Hello everyone, and now welcome to Game 3 in this best of 3 series. We are all tied up and interested to see how things are going to go down in this final battle. Foggy on the bottom left-hand side of the map spawning as the red Night Elf. Meanwhile, Hawk spawning as the light blue human on the top right here. Scout farm once more being placed down, and it is going to be a demon hunter instead of a warden. The warden perhaps only very successful as a little bit of untactical cheat or a non-standard cheese play, but the demon hunter much stronger in these 1v1 matchups at shutting down the opponent's heroes. The demon hunter, if it gets to level 5, can really shut down multiple heroes with that constant mana burn, only having to deal with a handful of perhaps storm bolts or water elementals. Demon hunter still wandering around here hoping to get some easy kills. I don't know what the demon hunter is really planning to do. The demon hunter is just rushing in and then pulling back out every which moment, as we are going into a hunter's hall and we should be training up some huntresses here in just a second. All right, militia now being called over. The wall off has been completed. Militia trying to make its way back, gonna start fighting back against that demon hunter, and the militia will not be able to catch up. But it doesn't look like Hawk really cares that Foggy is right here. He's like, I'm going to play my game, and it's going to be up to you to see whether or not you can shut me down. Archmage drops a water elemental and now attempting to clear up the Ogre Magi. There's a detonation. Demon Hunter could go for a mana burn as well. There's a second detonation, as the Demon Hunter does have a fair bit of hit point, or getting some easy hit points there. All right, there's another mana burn. And now the Archmage is pretty much out of luck here. Demon Hunter may end up picking the item. Yes, picks up the item, and now is going to go ahead and use the Scroll of Town Portal to head back out. That Claws of Attack +6, we'll see whether or not it is really that helpful as the expansion now gets underway. Huntress also teleported back home here. Demon Hunter pretty much at full hit points, ready to go. Once more, down over here, we see a Tree of Life coming in again from the Night Elf, and the Night Elf really wants to make sure that he sets up an expansion and doesn't allow his opponent to get on 2 bases, or at least a 1 base advantage. If his opponent does have 2 bases, if he can maintain 2 bases and not let his opponent know, he'll end up having the advantage, as all of a sudden you may see the human player try and overcommit to fights that he really doesn't belong in. There's another mana burn, but just only 1 mana burn there, as the water elemental was dropped down just in time. Huntresses now making their way out to the north. Perhaps they'll be able to peck at this base a bit. Arcane Tower is now currently getting upgraded, and it looks like the peasants are just gonna get taken down one at a time. There, oh, that peasant down to 5 hit points does survive, as the footmen are now running back again. All right, things are looking actually rather good for Hawk. Foggy not doing nearly as well as he was in game number 2, as the Arcane Tower now comes into play. All right, footmen now, peasants now trying to get a good surround onto that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter, however, able to escape. Now footmen doing a little bit of chasing, as this one Huntress really wanted to take down that peasant, but was unsuccessful in doing so. So far, Foggy hasn't really shown the genius that he had in game number 2, and he's actually just floundering around a bit, walking around the map, not quite sure what to do, and he's not really buying that much time. A footman now down over here attempting to try and take down a Moonwell, and if this Moonwell goes down, that is going to be a significant blow, since it does have mana in that Moonwell. If the Moonwell is lost, that is essentially lost hit points on multiple units, and that is going to come back to hurt him. All right, let's take a look. Demon Hunter still sitting at level 1, has another Claws of Attack +6, very useful. There's that Tree of Life there, as we now see repair work underway. All right, that Moonwell down to, or now up to 360 hit points. It looks like that Huntress pretty much drained it all, as the footman's attempting to take down the Moonwell, and the Moonwell is just sitting there taking as the Huntress is attacking back. All right, there we go. We can see that the Demon Hunter trying to engage. No mana burns. There is a level 2 water elemental on the field, as the Archmage just hit it back down over here. It looks like a footman will get taken down. A little bit of a free bit of experience, as the Huntresses are now going after the water elementals there. All right, attempting to entangle that gold mine, but the entangled gold mine, what's funny about that gold mine is it doesn't actually cost any real gold at all. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the water elemental there. Water elemental down to 322 hit points. That Huntress should really be pulling back. Panda now back into play, and it looks like that one water elemental will get taken out without much of an issue. All right, let's go ahead and chase after those units there, taking that damage. All right, water elemental Huntress now needs to get away. It looks like it will be able to get away. There goes the water elemental as the Demon Hunter now fights back. Once more, the gold mine is being entangled as the units are all running. A little bit of bounce damage once again as the footmen are trying to run back and get away. It looks like the entangled gold mine will be completed without much of an issue, as we are now looking at Huntress's finish off one of the scout farms. It is going to be 2 bases to 2 bases here in just a moment once that entangled gold mine is done. And we are nearing tier 2 for the human player, and already at Tree of Ages for the Night Elf. We can see that the Panda with Breath of Fire, clear indicator that it was actually tier 2. Panda now gonna perhaps get to level 2 at the very least. Drunken Haze or Drunken Brawler, both very, very useful items, as a potion of invulnerability now left behind. All right, Demon Hunter seeing that level 2 here, may try and take down a lot of these footmen. Panda in a little bit of a bind here, doesn't have that much mana, really needs a lot more, and getting to level 2 will help. All right, Demon Hunter now chasing into this location here. Peasants being pulled over to try and heal, as it looks like the Demon Hunter may be able to get some easy kills here. And now all of a sudden Hawk looks a little bit out of place. I cannot explain what exactly Foggy is doing, but Foggy has made an amazing comeback here and has now seemed to take in the lead. 47 over 50 supply compared to 38 over 66. Drunken Haze as well, so now the footmen are going to be taking damage over time and are also currently slowed. All right, let's take a look at that footman. Down to 164 hit points, still a bit slowed, down to 128. Naga Sea Witch was picked up. There goes the footman. There's a mana burn on the Naga Sea Witch as the Demon Hunter does decide to back off again. Panda still sitting at only 50 mana, should really be using up some clarity potions. Demon Hunter now chasing back that plus 12 mana or plus 12 attack, causing a lot of problems, increasing his minimum damage by about 50%. And whenever you do that, whenever you have that many claws of attacks on a single hero, you can easily forget or underestimate how strong that hero is, not realizing that the straight translation is plus 12 on a minimum of 27 damage. All of a sudden that 27 damage gets much, much higher. All right, Panda in a good spot here. Is he going to be able to take down some more units? Dryad now trying to pull away. Panda in a little bit of a strange scenario, down to 128 hit points, down to 108. Needs to get away as the Naga Sea Witch does fall back off at the north here at level 1. Militia or Peasant now getting taken down. Demon Hunter able to finish off another here. And this is just going from bad to worse. Hawk is in a lot of trouble as the Demon Hunter now looking to put pressure inside the base and take down some of these key units. All right, mortar teams being trained up. Mortar teams not going to be able to last for very long. It looks like the workshop may even get taken down. Meanwhile, Water Elemental quickly gets abolished. Level 3 now on the Panda. And level 3 with a level 2 Breath of Fire all of a sudden can change things up dramatically. Huntress is looking to finish things off here. Meanwhile, Dryads and Huntresses coming in to reinforce. It looks like the Peasant is going to be coming in. There's a Breath of Fire. Almost takes down one of the priests there. Does, in fact, take it down with the help of a Dryad. As we're looking at a Workshop. Workshop taken down as the Mortar Team, just as the Mortar Team makes its way out. Demon Hunter sitting at level 4. Are we going to perhaps try and see a Naga Sea Witch fall here again? Dryads are running for the hills. There goes a Water Elemental. There goes a Naga Sea Witch. And the Archmage, which has pretty much been taken out from many of these fights because of a lack of mana, can't do very much of anything. Demon Hunter sitting at 4 now and has that Potion of Invulnerability. That Potion of Invulnerability going to make a big difference when that Demon Hunter just finally decides to dive in and chase after those heroes to go for the win. All right, Rejuvenation onto the Panda. No Rejuvenation onto the Demon Hunter as of yet. I believe it should be coming in as we are now teching to Tier 2, Tree of Eternity, also training up a couple of Wisp. 54 over 66. compared to 60 over 60 rejuvenation. And still the Demon Hunter is perhaps in a little bit of a pickle. We're going to be looking at this Druid of the Claw getting a fresh rejuvenation down on that Demon Hunter, I have to believe, or this Dryad. Both of those are very eligible targets for additional healing. There you go, there's the Dryad there. And now the Demon Hunter also picking up a Scroll of Healing to perhaps counteract any sort of AoE damage that does a lot of damage to all the ground units. Alright, Demon Hunter preparing himself. It looks like he is ready to go. Staff of Preservation. Demon Hunter now rushing in. It looks like the Panda is going to stay at level 3. Demon Hunter going to stay at level 4. Meanwhile, over here to the top right, Naga Sea Witch finally at level 2. And with Rune Bracers, will be much more comfortable taking mana burns from the Demon Hunter. Even though she won't have mana for cold arrows, she'll still be in a relatively strong spot. Alright. Demon Hunter now heading back up to the right side here. Are we going to perhaps see a creep out of the red creep camp here on the top of the hill? It looks like that is definitely going to be the case. And now Ogre Lord, what's gonna happen? There's a shockwave now pulling everything back. We see a bit of a fight here. Archmage attempting to go up the ramp and now take some damage already. Spellbreaker's now pulling back here, and this is a definite creepjack potential. Both sides want this item. Both sides want the experience, but no one wants to engage first, knowing that their opponent's hero and the opponent's army might be right outside. All right, Dryads quickly dash in, able to get a double Abolish Magic to finish off a Water Elemental there. Demon Hunter and Panda still in a little bit of a situation. The Demon Hunter does have the Orb of Venom. Panda, oh wait, did he sell one of the Claws of Attack +6? It looks like he did. Sold one of the Claws of Attack +6, and now we're just looking for what's going to be in this upcoming fight. I got to admit though, it does look like the human player has a larger army. That is a lot of Spellbreakers, and he just jumped with that army in a matter of mere moments. Level 1 weapons upgrade, level 2 armory upgrade, and that is going to be perhaps the key in those fights here. If the bears do not have any upgrades, which they do not, they're not going to be able to really exchange as you normally think they would. All right. Naga Sea Witch now making their way back down over here. Flying Machine there to keep track of any sort of hiding shenanigans. Bear is now out on the field. This is going to be a very big fight. If the bears can counteract, that's going to be huge. Spellbreakers, however, going to be in a little bit of problem as well, as we see the Ancient Jangle of Endurance on the Naga Sea Witch. Faster movement and attack speed. That is going to just add even more insult to everything, as you're not going to be able to do those hit and run tactics nearly as much. $81 over 84 supply. Now ready to go. Meanwhile, going up against 80 over 80. So it is, what, 8 mana or 8 gold a second compared to 14. That is a very, very big drop off. But we are looking at a third base being established here. All right, Bears now ready to go. Spellbreakers quickly stealing all of that roar. Not quite sure why you would roar anything there, as the Druid of the Claw should get Staff of Preservation. No, does not. Gets taken down. Another one gets taken down. A third one could get taken down as well, as the remaining ones in the back aren't really doing much of anything. All right, Panda. Are we going to see a Breath of Fire? Demon Hunter still right up in the front. Potion of Invulnerability ready to go. Flying Machines overhead. Still not much is going on, as the bears are just trying to tear through all of these Spellbreakers. Panda does have an anti-magic shell going, and now uses a Potion of Greater Healing to try and fight back the swarm. Demon Hunter uses his Potion of Invulnerability, and now we see a level 4 Panda out on a field. However, this is not looking good at all. The Demon Hunter realizes that he has to back away. He did end up taking on a lot of units, but he also lost a lot of units himself, and there is the GG. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.